David Mayer from ZDNet UK, and we're here at Mobile World Congress with Bob Plaschke, who's from Sonim, makers of tough phones that are begging for people to try and break them, which I'll try and do in a moment. But this is the first 3G handset that you guys have produced, isn't it? It's called the Spirit, is that right?
That's exactly right. So we're really excited about this. We launched this yesterday worldwide. It is Qualcomm chipset brew-based smartphone that we are now really taking the lessons we've learned over the last couple of years, lots of folks trying to break the phones, and really making significant improvements in both the structure of the phone, but also in terms of the user interface itself. So it's a much more elegant and sophisticated phone, in addition to being even more rugged than the one that you and I test drove, so to speak, a couple of years ago.
Yeah, just to recap on that, a couple of years ago we tried to drive a truck, well, we did drive a truck over a Sonim phone and did manage to break it, but only by putting it on its side, which admittedly is unlikely to happen on most construction sites. What is the point of putting 3G into a handset like that?
The folks we focus on, people who work in extreme conditions, they have their own application needs, and they're increasingly moving from paper and pencil over to mobile computing. And so with them, they use different things, though, such like location-based applications and mobile resource management, which is a way of how to manage work and tasks from a phone to from a kind of a job to a job basis. And so things like checking in, like electronic time carding, I should say. So a series of applications that are just different than the App Store.
And people really do that kind of stuff when they're sitting on a construction site wearing gloves?
You know, their employers want them to do more and more of that. So this is a way to optimize the workforce and optimize what they do. So adding this 3G capability provides that extra bandwidth. And an example is that we'll be providing over time video conferencing. So a security guard will walk into a dangerous area and they'll want to basically show their supervisors what they're seeing. And that would be an example where a 3G application would begin to make sense.
Okay, so how many years have you been making these Sonim phones?
So we're in our third year, and over the last 24 months we've shipped just under 500,000 phones to about to 50 countries in 24 languages.
Okay, and how many of those are broken?
Tens of thousands. So our return rates are about the same as the industry average, but what we've gotten the benefit of is that the returns are from people who actually use our phones in extreme conditions. And so we've learned a lot now about why phones break, and every year, in fact every 6 months, we're just getting much, much better about making a more and more tough phone.
Okay, but that must have irked the people who thought the phone was indestructible as you advertised it, surely?
You know, we always advertise it as the world's toughest phone. We don't say it's indestructible because nothing's really indestructible. But because we give them a 3-year unconditional guarantee, they basically get a new phone. So nobody has ever broken one of our phones that hasn't gotten a new phone. In addition to the magnesium core and the stainless steel screws and it being completely waterproof, we have a new innovation today in conjunction with Corning. It's called Gorilla Glass. And if you think about how one breaks a phone, you either drop it in the loo, you drop it on the ground, or something happens to the lens. And so I'm going to have you hammer a nail with the lens cap, and to the extent that it doesn't scratch or doesn't break, I won't have to give you a new phone today.
Okay. Can I try hammer a nail into the keypad too?
Do the screen first, and then we'll see what the keypad does. I'm not sure it's going to work, but we'll see.
It seems to think that I need to do a voice call, but apparently not. Yeah. No, it's absolutely fine.
And did you beat it hard?
I beat it pretty hard, yes.
Yep.
Okay.
You can take 19 tries. Yeah, okay. So
now let's try the other side.
I've never done this piece. Now you're breaking it. Stop. No. Okay. Okay. I think so. You've been able to destroy that piece of the keypad.
Yes.
Okay. Congratulations. It means you now get a new phone.
So from David Mayer from ZDNet and Bob Plaschke from Sonim, and from this slightly broken phone, see ya.
Thanks.